but this is all new areas that we have not yet previously explored in Dragon Age. So the Vimark Mountains is a very large mountain range, and also rumored to be kind of infested with darkspawn. Presumably there's deep roads connections in here somewhere, but we're mostly just interested right now in trying to figure out what the Carta are doing here.
It's the Carta. They've seen us.
Do you think they were expecting us?
Sneaky. So we can definitely see that they've certainly spotted us, and we can probably anticipate an ambush. One thing to keep in mind in this in Legacy is we're kind of the outsiders. We're coming into this area. Clearly there's a Carta base here. They're certainly aware that we're here, so we should expect kind of tougher encounters and some surprises along the way as well. Let's see what he has to say.
You, both brothers, you're here together. You've come.
Is he referring to you and me?
Everyone, it's the children of Malcolm Hawk. They've come to us.
What does my father have to do with this?
It began with him and ends with you. Blood for blood, that's what we were told.
Did father cross the Carta somehow?
You've come to us now, and that's the only thing that matters.
You tell me. How could I refuse such a delightfully worded invitation?
We must have the blood. You don't understand.
Right. So much for conversation.
We will take it. Corypheus will walk in the sun once more.
Alright, so we're definitely in for a bit of a fight here. So one thing that I'll kind of let Kalen explain a little bit more about what he's doing and why he's doing it. I'd like you to take a look as well as just sort of the placement of the enemies as we progress through here. And again, just keep in mind that we are on hard difficulty, so depending on which difficulty level you like playing in, and of course the party members that you have with you, you will find a slightly different experience as well.
Alright, I really don't like this Carta Overseer guy. Always causes problems. One thing we tried to do with our combats in this DLC is a little less wave combat, a little more placed and tactical combat. So you're not fighting guys for no reason. Apparently I'm not loud enough, and nobody can hear me. Alright, so what I was saying, we're trying to do a little less wave combat. If you guys already heard me, I'm sorry I'm repeating myself. We have a lot more movement on the battlefield now. Did you already mention we're playing on hard?
I did. You're doing pretty well.
I'm doing, yeah.
Nothing like the practice section at all. You might actually spot.
Yeah.
No, it's good. So this is actually, it's a bit of a tough encounter as you're first jumping in. Again, keep in mind the content does scale to the level that you enter the DLC at. In this case, we came in at level 20. So you are going to get quite a bit of a challenge on your hands. If you come in at a slightly lower level, or for example, probably the earliest point would be when you first arrive in Kirkwall, and you're at Gamlen's house, you'd probably enter in maybe around level 5, around there. It may be a little bit of a tough fight in the beginning, but the content does scale to that. So people should be able to... good save. So we certainly tried to place the more logical situations, the way that they enter the combat, There is going to be some tough challenges in terms of, particularly with certain parties that you have with you, of which enemies you want to take on first. And in this case, Kalen really wanted to knock down that Overseer because he is a little bit of a handful at times, and fared pretty well this time. Nicely done. Good job.